So, time for another update. Tell me, Joost, what have you been doing? Well, painting, sanding, and then some more painting. So, people are wondering about the chrome pieces. If we do a gloss black base, well, as you can see, yes, we do a gloss black base because that will make the chrome shine best. And for those who missed it, the reason why we went with a chrome paint is because it is just much more durable than the chrome. Well, you can have the electroplating and the chrome coating. Either it'll be very strong, but it'll attack the material underneath, or it will not attack the material underneath, but then it will not be very strong. And we're talking years before that becomes obvious. Paint is more expensive, not only as a material, but to work the paint. Plus, some of the pieces need to be matte, like the siren you saw. Then we have to do a base red coat on everything. Then we have to make some adjustments and polish to make sure the pieces are completely ready for the moving parts, like the door you see here. Then we have to do all kinds of masking together with an entire team. Here we're fitting in the door. Don't worry, that gap won't be there. Then guess what? More sanding. And after more sanding, we can spray the black layer. Now, again, there's multiple paint layers because the outside is matte black, but the inside, the outside is gloss black, the inside is matte black. So again, there's a lot of masking, a lot of taping. So after that, as you can see, we mask the interior again. Now we spray paint the outside. And that is not just one coat, but that is several coats, after which we have to sand some more to get them exactly smooth until we are happy with the results. We are also, tweaking every single part. And like you see, this very beautiful and expensive black paint layer is then yet again sanded and painted again. Here you see a close-up of the boot trunks and the shifters, the internal paddle parts. And here is a first test piece without the orange reflector in the front. Then some we have to redo them again, sand again, and then do a gloss layer. And when you're finally done, you get the beautiful gloss layer you see here. We can't do a clear coat. People ask that, but the original did not have a clear coat. And by the way, here you see a lot of the wiring and electronics, but this is already so much better, the paint job I'm talking about, than the original 1966. I can show you some pictures. In fact, let me show you some pictures. I mean, people have this idealized look in their head, but look at that wing with all the dents and the weird stuff. Look at the weird front nose with half of the red lines missing. Again, the unevenness on the fins on the back. Look at the unevenness of the red lines left and right, this slight squiggly nature. So I really think if I were to deliver something like this with, again, these squiggly lines or this goop on the front, this not great shiny nature, or these very weird antlers, people would lose their minds. Now let's take another look at the paint job that we're doing right now. And that's why I say I think the paint job is already so much better than the original. And from a small artisan-made piece, I don't think you can expect more. So here are the interior pieces, like the shifter, working on interior details before all the wiring, the bat scope and all that sort of thing on our interior, on our test piece. Here's another video of the paint job, and it is so glossy that it will be a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Now, everything you see here is done by hand. Sanded, painted, sanded again, taped off for the different layers, the many layers of black, the matte, the many layers of gloss black, sanding again, taping off all the red pinstriping. Here you see our test piece with the rubber wheels and the turning of the wheels, the joint front turning, and then again, even though you'd think it's done, sanding yet again. People were asking about the door action. Well, here you go. The door action looks very good to me. So just wanted to show you what we're doing, where we are. So as I said before, this just turned out to be a lot more work. And we're not asking you to pay for all the extra hours that we have to take to make this. All we ask is for your patience. So I'm going to leave you here with some images from the YouTube channel Throttle Work, who was at Wonderfest looking at our early production sample of the 1966 Batmobile. This is going to be pretty close to what you will be getting. We're doing some minor tweaks, but basically this is what you'll be getting. You're seeing the optional and removable front Bataram here, the cool cloth parachutes. As you can see, this is a fingerprint magnet, being at the show for a long time. Here you're seeing some of the lights in the interior. There are 4 separate remote control switches that you can decide to switch on or off, be it the interior, the front, the back, the flame, that sort of thing, you know. So I'm going to leave you with Mike Studelberg, who is going to show you some bits of the car. Here you're seeing the box that has been approved that will come with your vehicle. Again, you're not paying for all the extra hours we had to put in. All we're asking for is your patience. Now, on to Mike Studelberg, who was a fan who was at Wonderfest for us.
This little remote control, it plugs in so you don't have to have batteries like you watch the dash lights. This little remote, you could have it in a case, turn the features on and off. You've got tail lights, you've got the flame. If you don't want the flame, you pop it off, it's magnetic. You just put it right back on. Has cloth parachutes in the back. On the deluxe version, the seats are actually covered in leather. There's carpeting on the floor. Rubber tires. If you take a look at the tires, you can see the valve stems on the rims. These are the actual, you know, the true to the radar rims that were on the car. You've got the bat phone inside that's blinking. All of the electronics are designed so that the lights are blinking in the fashion that they did on the show. He had special circuit boards made so that all of the light patterns and everything are indicative of the show.